What is quality?
Quality is an ambiguous term which means it has wide and many different definitions. Like according to Persig 1987, although we cannot define what quality, we know what quality is. We as consumer, we know our own definition of quality. For Duran, 1974, quality is the fitness of the extent to which product successfully serves the purpose of the user during usage. In Parasuraman, Zitmal and Berry in 1985, quality is zero defects. Defects can make the products have a low quality. In 1990, they add that quality is exceeding what customers expect from the service.
Why is quality important?
Quality is important because it can be your edge with your competitors. You can be a superior when you have a high quality product, and when you become a superior, it can make your product very profitable. Premium prices. Quality product makes the product a high value product. Most of us want our payment get its worth, and that everyone wants. So when you have a high quality product, it makes you become very everyone preferences. When you have quality, you will create loyal customer, and it's called customer retention. Quality product can easily create a market share and make the business expand itself. For other benefits, the quality product will be very productive. The advertising itself can be very easy. Lastly, the distribution or access can be very easy because it already had a market share.
Service quality shifting focus. Over the years, service quality have grown extensively and substantively. Providing service quality is crucial for a company's success because research shows that it is closely related to profitability. In fact, before, the industry has a lot more focus on developing and maintaining internal quality or technical standards. But nowadays, the focus has been shifted. The essential factor of the industry today is on quantifying customers' evaluation of goods and services, or also known as external measurements. After that, they translate this into specific internal standards. Service quality, a major business concern. Quality by its very nature is an elusive, indistinct, and abstract concept. Consumers do not easily articulate this because of the difficulty in shifting a customer's oriented viewpoint. Service quality helps company to boost sales by satisfying customers and encouraging repeat sales. High service quality reduces marketing costs because the company retains customers. Service quality also can improve productivity by performances, not products that are subject to quality assessment based not only on the service outcome but also on the service process.
Service quality. Increased profits found to be due particularly to fewer customer defections, stronger customer loyalty, more cross-selling of products and services, and higher margins due to service enhancements of core product. Improved service quality cuts costs, which will result to fewer customers to replace, less corrective work to do, fewer inquiries and complaints to handle, and lower staff turnover and dissatisfaction. Below shows how to enhance service value that goes from the human resources to the marketing and then to the operations, where QIP means Quality Improvement Program and PIP means Productivity Improvement Program.
Evaluating quality. First, access. Access while evaluating quality is critical that the consumer has access to the physical location of the service. The company must ensure that the location of the physical location service is easily available to the customer. If the consumer finds it difficult to go to the place and there are numerous intricate routes, they may not return to acquire the service again and consider it as a low quality service. Second, aesthetic. Aesthetic and service component package are essential for assessing quality. If the service component bundle is attractive to the customer eyes, particularly the facilities, the customer will be satisfied. Aesthetics are typically crucial in service industries such as coffee shop and restaurant. Aside from the food, Customer frequently analyze the environment and ambience of the establishment. If the customer feels that the appearance of the establishment is good, they will return and consider it as a high-quality service. Third is attentiveness or helpfulness. This is where the staff of the service company display their willingness to serve and assist the consumer. If the consumer notices that the personnels are eager to serve them and make certain that their demands are met, the customer will conclude that the service quality at the firm is satisfactory. They assess depending on the prior of their experience. And lastly, availability. What we are discussing here is the availability of business facilities and staff, making certain that when the consumer uses the service, there are facilities available for them to use and employees available to assist them anytime in their stay. Customer will be dissatisfied if the business is lack of facilities.
Next is care. It is the concern, consideration, sympathy, and patience shown to customers, including putting at ease and feeling emotionally comfortable. Cleanliness and tidiness of the tangible components of the service package. It is one more important thing to customers for them to feel safe. Next is comfort. Physical comfort of the service environment and facilities. One reason that can boost customer satisfaction is the physical comfort that your store can give. For example, comfortable seats while waiting for their turn. Commitment. Staff's apparent commitment to their work, including pride and satisfaction, diligence and thoroughness, willingness to satisfy their customers as they serve them their quality service. Next is communication. Ability of service provider to communicate in a way the customer will understand. Ability of staff to listen and understand the customer. Next is competence. It is the skill, expertise, professionalism with which service is executed. Correct procedures, execution of customer instructions, product knowledge displayed by staff, giving sound advice. Next is courtesy, politeness, respect, propriety shown by the service. It is usually for your staff who always talks and assists customers. Flexibility, willingness and ability to amend or alter the service for customer needs. For example, special orders and requests from customers. Next is friendliness, warmth and personally approachability of service providers, especially the contact staff. Genuine communication from employees to the customers.
Evaluating quality. Functionality. The purpose of the service is to provide the needs of the customer for their satisfaction. Integrity. The service should come with honesty, justice, fairness, trust in treating customers. Reliability. The consistency of performance of service, facilities, goods and stuffs, just like keeping agreements. Responsiveness. It is the speed and timeliness of service delivery. Fast response to customers' requests will result in customer satisfaction. Security. It is the personal safety of the customer and their possessions while participating in the service process. Dimensions of service quality. Reliability. It is the delivering of what is promised and the ability to perform the promised service accurately. Responsiveness. It is the willingness to help customers and provide prompt service. Assurance. It is the ability to inspire trust and confidence as the employees has the knowledge and courtesy.
Is empathy. Empathy services can be carried out precisely as requested. However, during a delivery, clients could not sense a provider's concern. Consequently, customers' evaluation of the supplier's level of service are harmed. As an illustration, a day porter quickly cleans up a spill in a lobby, but doesn't smile, doesn't make an eye contact, and doesn't ask the client if there's anything else they can do for them. Throughout the cleanup, in this hypothetical, the service was rendered completely. but the client didn't think the provider's personnel cared. Furthermore, it's not always the employee's fault. They might not be conscious of their assessment, they can be uninterested, overworked, or poorly trained. Next is the tangibles. Although this dimension is the least significant, appearance is essential, just a little bit less than the other dimensions. Service providers will still want to ensure that the appearance of their staff, their uniform, their tools, and their workspaces, closets, services, offices, etc. on site are all in good condition. Providers run the risk of making everything look good but lacking in reliability or responsiveness. For the service quality gaps, the first gap is gap between management perception and customer expectation. What customers anticipate and what management believes they desire are measured by this disparity. When management is underinformed about the expectation of their customers, this can happen. Managers at a supermarket, for instance, might believe that customers desire more name brand products or self-checkout counters. Customers are more concerned with the cleanliness and friendliness of the staff though. Before you make any big modifications to your products or services, market research and consumer feedback can help you better understand your customers. If your idea of what your customers desire is accurate, think about holding customers panels and interviews, putting satisfaction surveys into place, or performing extensive studies. For example, if Netflix were to experience this gap, it might be because they don't provide their customers with the appropriate number of newer content. Second gap between management perception and service quality specification. This gap investigates the discrepancy between management notions of high-quality service and steps necessary to deliver it. Although managers may be aware of what customers want, they haven't set up the appropriate standards or training to deliver on those expectations. For instance, supervisors of fast food restaurants may direct personnel to complete orders as soon as possible without indicating the acceptable turnaround time. To reduce the chance of misunderstanding, managers must specify the degree of service they want their customers to get.
Gap 3. Not delivering to service standards. This is the gap between specification of quality and delivery of service. Another potential area for customer dissatisfaction relates to the failure of efficiently specified quality service due to the various reasons, including incompetent workforce and inefficient working conditions. This includes employees unwilling or unavailable to perform the service at the desired level, poor internal organization, poor employee technology job fit, failure to match supply and demand, customers unaware of roles and responsibilities, problems with service intermediaries. Gap 4. Promises do not match performance. This is the gap between the delivery of service and external communications. In cases where service company employees have relevant skills and willingness to offer efficiently specified quality service, still, customers may be left unsatisfied due to external factors. This includes overpromising in advertising, personal selling, or physical evidence cues. Management wants to show services offered in best possible light. Poorly integrated marketing communication, insufficient communications between marketing, sales, and operations. Ineffective management of customer expectations.
Measuring and improving service quality. Soft and hard measures of service quality. Soft measures are not easily observed, must be collected by talking customers or employees or others. It provides direction, guidance, feedback to employees on ways to achieve customer satisfaction. Can be quantified by measuring customers' perceptions and beliefs. While the hard measures can be counted, timed, or measured through audits, typically operational processes or outcomes. Standard often set with reference to percentage of occasions on or whole particular measure is achieved. Control charts are useful to displaying performance over the against specific quality standard.
Composition of FedEx Service Quality Index or SQI. The service upsets have been organized into 10 categories ranging from complaints reopened to lost packages to wrong date. The number of service upsets per category ranges from a low of 10 for lost packages and to a high of 1 day late. There are two basic requirements for this problem. The first is to compute the service quality indicator by finding the weighted average sum of errors as a percentage of total shipments. And then we're asked to consider how the SQI might be used in other organizations. As you probably observe, the service indicator or index is a relatively simple but valuable tool that can be used to measure service quality on common points of service failure or upset for virtually any type of service. The index can then be compared to a predetermined performance standard and used to identify areas for service improvement.
Cause and effect chart for flight departure delays. The cause and effect analysis employs a method that was first created by Kaoru Ishikawa, a Japanese person recognized as one of the fathers of quality. Managers and employees brainstorm all the potential causes of a particular issue in groups. The causes are then categorized in 1 of 5 categories on a cause and effect chart, also known as a fishbone diagram, due to its shape, equipment, manpower or people, material, procedures, and others. Although it was primarily applied to manufacturing, this method is now frequently applied to services. An enhanced framework with 8 rather than 5 groups is used to better apply this technique to service organizations. Front stage personnel and backstage personnel are 2 additional categories under people. Additionally, information and procedures have been split in recognition of the reality that many service issues are caused by information failures. For instance, front stage staff frequently fails to provide the necessary information or fails to instruct consumers on what to do and when to do it, which results in these failures. The main causes of observed results are determined by using a technique called Pareto analysis, which was invented by an Italian economist. It helps a service firm focus its improvement efforts on the most critical problem areas by separating the significant from unimportant. Understanding what might go wrong and where it can happen is a crucial first step in preventing issues with service quality.
Six Sigma methodology. Improve and redesign service processes. In terms of process improvement, we have define, where they can identify the problems, define requirements, and set goals. Second, measure, where they can validate problems or process, refine problems or goals, and measure key steps or inputs. Third, analyze, where they develop causal hypotheses, identify root causes, and validate hypotheses. Fourth, improve, where they develop ideas to measure root causes, test solution, and measure results. Fifth, control, they establish measures to maintain performance and correct problems as needed. In terms of design or redesign, we have also define, as they identify specific or broad problems, define goals or change vision, and clarify scope and customer requirements. Second, measure, where they measure performance to requirements and gather process efficiency data. Third, analyze. This is where they identify best practices, assess process design, and refine requirements. Fourth, improve, where they design new process, implement new process, structures, and systems. Fifth, control, establish measures and reviews to maintain performance and to correct problems as needed.
TQM in a service context. TQM is considered a customer-focused process that focuses on consistently improving business operations management. It strives to ensure all associated employees work toward the common goals and improving product or service quality as well as improving the process that are in place for production. In TQM, there are 12 critical dimensions for implementations, and the first one is the top management commitment and visionary leadership. The second one is the human resource management. The third one is the technical system including service process design and process management. And information in analysis system, benchmarking, continuous improvement, employee satisfaction, union intervention and employee relations, social responsibility, service escapes, and the last one is the service culture.